Hello to all our fabulous listeners here at Movie Musings. I'm Christina, and today I'll be reviewing Burlesque, released in theaters November 24th, 2010. The official Netflix synopsis reads, after leaving Iowa with stars in her eyes, Ali, played by Christina Aguilera, arrives in Los Angeles at a burlesque lounge where she dreams of taking the stage with her soaring voice. Club owner Tess, played by Cher, is about to lose the place and thinks Ali might help business. Meanwhile, Ali's roommate, Jack, played by Cam Gigandet, starts to fall for her. Steve Anton directs. Stanley Tucci co-stars as Tess's sidekick, and Kristen Bell plays Ali's rival, Nikki. The rest of the cast includes Eric Dane, Julianne Hough, Alan Cumming, Peter Gallagher, and Diana Agron. So, seeing this film, I already had some expectations that it was going to remind me of other musicals like Moulin Rouge, Chicago, Showgirls. Well, Showgirls isn't really a musical, but the whole glamour, sex on the stage kind of thing aspect of it, there were things that reminded me of it there, but not in a bad way that took away from this film on its own. This was Christina Aguilera's acting debut, and I gotta say she did a good job. There were times where it wasn't so believable, but I think she redeemed herself because in other scenes where it called for her crying or being sad and happy at the same being so overjoyed that she was crying, it was endearing to watch. It was actually she did a good job. As for Cher, Cher has still got it because I went to the theater and there were still people that, as soon as they said Cher's name on the credits, they started clapping. And at one point, Cher has a solo in the movie. It's literally the spotlight, the stage, darkness all around her, and her. And she's laying it out and singing out and flexing her pipes. And it's just basically saying, you've brought me down to my knees, but I'm still here. I'll show you what I'm made of. It's a song. It's kind of like I'm still standing, and I will overcome whatever happens, because in this case her obstacle is that she is so behind on her payments for the club that it's either she has to sell or foreclose, neither of which she wants to do, because this is her home, this is her life, the one thing she cares about so much. She has this partnership with Stanley Tucci. He's her sidekick, and you know what, they make a good team, such a good duo. Like, I don't know if they're actual friends in real life, but the way they came off on camera, it seemed like they have this long history, really solid one, and that's always cool to watch. They made a little joke a few times throughout, especially in the beginning of the film, calling Cher Sir. And I don't know if she put that in there or someone else did, and she just went with it, which I think was pretty cool, like being able to laugh at herself, because there were some rumors, and I don't know if it was just some mean-spirited people that just started calling her like a drag queen or something, and and it just so happened she's very popular among the gay community, so Cher 1, the world 0. I just thought it was really cool that she was able to laugh at herself about that, because Christina Aguilera didn't know how to address her, so she said ma'am, and she said never ever call me ma'am, so she said sir, but she didn't mean it. She was just so nervous and flustered on her first night there, just begging for a job. Christina Aguilera had to play this innocent girl from Iowa who happens to be this sex kitten just waiting to explode, and she does on stage, and I think she had a good balance of the two. It wasn't so innocent that it was naive and like a twit, and it wasn't so sexy that it was just like tits on heels and stuff. So I don't know, I feel like that's kind of a difficult thing to do, find a balance between those two for a character, and you know what, she did a really good job, so kudos to Christina, from one Christina to another. As for Cam, well, he's just a piece of eye candy, but he's also a good actor, I have to say. It was endearing to see how he was being so shy around her, even though they were roommates under certain circumstances, and it was kind of a weird situation also because of his current relationship status. He was engaged at the time. It's not that he cheated on her or anything, it's just that it was weird, and she thought it was weird too, but he was like, it's totally fine, we're adults and nothing's gonna happen, and nothing did happen until something happened, but I won't disclose how that happened. But I did say he didn't cheat on her, so that does say something about that. So I did see also some parts about The Devil Wears Prada, actually. Some hints of the film, like where someone, usually someone employed in a far less position, usually, would help out her boss. And this is exactly what happened with Christina Aguilera's character, Ali, and Cher's character, Tess. Ali ended up helping Tess in such a huge way that it saved everything. She came out the singing hero. Nikki, played by Kristen Bell, was such a diva. Oh my god, I wanted something bad to happen to her. I did, because she was just like taking advantage of everyone and just selfish little prick. So yeah, she did a good job, because I feel like if you can make the audience hate you or love you or root for you or just like be so repulsed by you, then you're doing what your character is supposed to do. You know, it's supposed to invoke these particular emotions, whatever they are. And if they happen to be negative ones, well, then the point of the story was to make you believe, right? So if you can do that, then you've done your job. And she did, because at one point I was like, can she just get hurt or something? Please take her out of commission, because this girl is just a total BATCH. I'm not sure YouTube's policy on curse words, and I'd rather not ruffle a few feathers. Yes, so you can spell, can't you? Alright. Overall, I give this movie an A-. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a B or something, but you know what? The singing was good. I heard some other reviews, and some of them were pretty scathing, and I thought they were kind of mean, because on the one hand, this is Christina Aguilera's very first acting debut. On the other, it's a burlesque movie, and it's somewhat of a musical. You know, there are gonna be plenty of scenes where the characters sing, you know, they perform, but I remember someone described it as like it's just a compilation of music videos, but I didn't think that. Surajo, on the other hand, he actually liked the film. He didn't think he was going to, because musicals are not his thing. He likes burlesque. Who doesn't? Anyone likes burlesque, but he's not crazy about, you know, singing, watching it in a movie platform, but he actually liked the film. He said it was a good story and all, so he was also pretty satisfied with the grade, because we usually, after we watch a film, immediately afterwards we have these discussions and talk about the nitty-gritty. But he did mention that Cher's solo scene wasn't necessary. He felt that was just added to add a little more length to the film, but I think that scene, well, I see his point of view. I think that scene, it was necessary to really tell Cher's point of view, Tess's point of view, how she's a survivor. But I think it was also like the joke about the sir and the madam, she's also telling people who, you know, telling the haters, you know, I'm still standing. And whether it's just for the film purposes or whether it's for both film purposes and just like telling off the haters in real life, it was her grand moment, and you know, and it still showed, yeah, Cher still got it. So I think it was a good thing to have in the scene, in the film, all around. You know, it was like old world classic glamour kind of thing, where someone is singing with the spotlight solely on them. Yeah, I happen to like that effect. I think it's very dramatic. So yes, A- is my grade. Thank you very much for listening, and if you, on a side note, if you have any films, plural, film or films, that you may or may not want to see, but you just want someone else's opinion, Surajo or myself would be more than happy to review your films in a timely fashion. Just let us know through our YouTube channel, Movie Musings, or you can email us at christinasurajo@gmail.com, and one of us would be more than happy to do so. Thank you very much. Have a good day.